Ballista is a remarkable ancient weapon specifically designed for Roman and Urani armies. It was primarily a grand archery device but more powerful than a regular arrow. The shape of the ballista was such that it was mounted on a large wooden frame or tree with two large ropes or metal wires stretched inside, creating powerful tension. This tension was so immense that it could shoot a large wooden or metal arrow hundreds of feet away. Its operation was much like a bow, but its energy storage capacity was 1,000 times greater than a normal bow. Armies used it to attack forts, break enemy walls, or instill fear in horses and soldiers. Some types of ballista could shoot double arrows known as twin shots, and some could even fire stones or metal grenades, greatly increasing the damage to the enemy's ranks. Interestingly, Roman engineers designed it so skillfully that it could be moved quickly, meaning it could be transported from one place to another during battle. Ultimately, the ballista was not only a truly destructive weapon but also held great significance in military strategy and psychological warfare, as enemies would become terrified upon seeing it and sometimes surrendered without fighting. A powerful ancient weapon used in the Korean kingdom of Joseon dynasty. It was mainly a device that fired multiple rockets simultaneously at the enemy and was considered the most advanced military weapon of its time. Hwacha was mounted on a mobile wooden stand with holes on top to hold small tube-like rockets. Each tube contained gunpowder and a small explosive rocket that would ignite and be fired towards the enemy. This weapon was specially designed to cause destruction to enemy horses, infantry, or siege walls. A single launch would rain dozens of small rockets on the enemy, spreading intense smoke, fire, and fear. The greatest advantage of Hwacha was that it could be reloaded quickly on the battlefield and carried in small groups, making the army mobile and offensive. The weapon was not only physically powerful but also psychologically impactful because multiple rockets falling simultaneously created a terrifying sight. Shukorupio. It was a famous Roman military weapon that fired powerful arrows using a torsion mechanism. It was basically a medium-range precision crossbow, but its speed and accuracy on the battlefield made it very effective. Scorpius was made of wood and metal, containing two powerful twisted metal or rope wires inside. These wires created tension, and when released they propelled an arrow with force and speed towards the enemy. This weapon was usually installed behind soldiers' defensive lines to accurately target the enemy. A Scorpius could shoot arrows from a distance of 100 to 130 meters. The most interesting aspect was that the Scorpius aiming was so precise that it could target specific enemy soldiers or horses. Sometimes it was even mounted on fort walls to weaken defenders. Scorpius allowed the Roman army to adopt diverse and dangerous military strategies, as it made it easier to cause destruction within enemy ranks. Peltic Getup. It was a powerful ancient siege weapon used to break walls and attack enemy camps. It was basically a large wooden device with a long arm and space to hold heavy stones or other projectiles. When the arm was pulled back and released, it would launch stones or metal balls with force towards the enemy. Its special feature was that it could shoot large objects over long distances, such as big stones, burning materials, or sometimes even enemy food or water supplies. Its design sometimes included complex systems of wires or ropes that provided greater power and accuracy. This weapon was not only used to cause destruction on the battlefield but also served as a great psychological tool against enemies, as stones or projectiles falling together created fear. Archimedes' heat ray. An ancient Greek weapon said to have been used to destroy the fleets of Cyrus and Rome. This weapon primarily used mirrors or sharp metal plates called akkas, which focused sunlight on a point to set enemy ships or wooden structures on fire. According to stories, when the enemy fleet approached the shore, operators of the Archimedes heat ray concentrated sunlight like arrows, and wooden ships were seen burning in waves. Scientists still debate its authenticity today. The Archimedes heat ray involved akkas, which are shiny or metal pieces that reflect sunlight just like mirrors. When many akkas were placed at the correct angle, they concentrated light in one spot. If it was actually used, it would have been the most advanced and terrifying weapon of the ancient era, capable of affecting the enemy's mind as much as causing physical damage. Corvus was a famous Roman weapon used to board enemy ships in naval warfare. It was basically a wooden bridge or ramp with an iron hook or spike at the end. When Roman ships approached the enemy closely, the corvus was dropped onto the enemy ship, and the hook anchored firmly. Then Roman soldiers would walk directly onto the enemy ship and capture it through hand-to-hand combat. The greatest advantage of the corvus was that it transferred the Romans' land fighting skills to naval battles, allowing them to capture enemy ships without a siege. This weapon was especially used in the First Punic War when Romans succeeded against Carthage's fleet despite their naval weakness. Simply put, the corvus was a walking bridge enabling Romans to directly assault enemy ships. Naphtha bombs were ancient and dangerous incendiary weapons used to set fire to enemy troops, ships, or buildings. These bombs were mainly filled with oil or chemical materials. When thrown at the enemy, they would explode and create intense fire and smoke. The special feature of naphtha bombs was that they did not just explode but continued to burn and cause damage, spreading fear and chaos among enemy forces. These weapons were used in ancient naval and land battles, especially when enemy walls or forts needed to be weakened by fire. Simply put, naphtha bombs were fire bombs used to burn and intimidate enemy targets. War chariots. Why? Actually, it is a collection of weapons and vehicles used on ancient battlefields. These were mainly chariots pulled by swift horses, carrying soldiers or archers who attacked the enemy. Suts here means the seating places or platforms where soldiers could stand or sit with bows, spears, or daggers to fight. In this way, each chariot was a mobile firing